What's up, gamers? This is NGG here. I want to talk to you about our year-end review. So I do this every year at the end of the year, and I've been doing it since the very beginning of my YouTube channel. Go over everything about this year. We'll go over our stats on YouTube, our stats on the Switch, our stats on the PlayStation. I might see if I can pull up my stats on the 3DS. We shall see. And then I will go over all the games I beat this year with you guys. I'm gonna try to make this short as I'm not feeling very well. I did come down with something over the holidays, so I'm hoping to keep this nice and short and sweet. We'll see how I do, because I am a little long-winded. So the first thing I want to talk about is our YouTube stats. So our YouTube stats are as follows. I've been a member since 2012, but I wasn't really doing anything. I gained 309 subscribers, whoop whoop, with 54k views. I did a bunch of uploads. You guys liked a bunch of the stuff. 11 comments, thank you guys, and 144 shares. I wish I could see who shared what. My top video is my collections video. My top short is my putting away the Kirby, and my top live stream is spicy versus sweet versus sour. Last year I made a partner, so I've done a year of the partner program, and then, you know, our community is still growing. That wraps up my YouTube year in review. So that's all the YouTube side of things, and I want to thank you guys for coming to the live streams, for being there in the videos, for commenting. I always like to hear comments. When they're longer, it just takes me a little bit to read them and get back to them. So if you leave me a long comment and I haven't gotten back to it right away, it's because I want to give it the time it deserves for me to get back to it. When I have, sometimes I'm able to fast comment, and sometimes it takes me a little bit to do full comments. So, and I always appreciate, even if you can't comment, just leaving a thumbs up on the video, and leaving a thumbs up as the comment, so I know who's watching, because I always love to know who's watching, because I never know who's watching. So that's that. My next review, we're gonna go to the Nintendo Switch side of things. So let's get started. Let this load up. Alright, so my year in review 2023. Let's take a look. We're gonna hit this bottom button. I played over 59 games and 1,547 hours. I wonder if my hours are going down. I feel like they are, but I always feel like I'm playing so much. My top most played games of this year are WoW, Splatoon, Fae Farm, and Atelier Ryza. I didn't think I would see Fae Farm up there. Maybe Atelier Ryza and Splatoon. But Fae Farm, wow, and Fae Farm is not even that old, guys. Let's see if there's anything below. So it says my top trends are action games, role-playing 20%, shooty games at 18, character-driven 8, construction and management 9. Oh, actually character-driven is 9, and adventure is 7. I don't know what that means. Says my most played game date was in October. Yep, that sounds right. And I feel like in October, what came out in October? All right, let's let's see about these in terms of hours. So in January, the most played game was Splatoon. In February, yep, I did do Fairy Fencer F Adventure Dark Force, because I was waiting for Ryza. March, we went back to Splatoon 3. Wow. April is when Ryza came out. May, I was still working on Ryza. Yep. And in June, I was still working on Ryza. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. July is when Pikmin came out, and yep, I started super stuck on Pikmin. Some more game time in August with Splatoon. September with Fae Farm, that makes sense. October with Fae Farm, that also makes sense. And Hogwarts in November, that makes sense. And I guess we're not going to see December because we still have a couple of days to go. It says, what was my favorite game in 2023? Now, if you didn't watch my my award show, please do, and then you'll see which game I nominated as my favorite. It's giving me all the games I played for 2023. I've definitely played so many games. Some of these don't have a lot of game time, and a lot of these guys are beat games. So if you want to see a review, most of these, not all, but most are reviewed already on the channel. And I so love reviewing my games when I'm done with them. Wow. There's just so many. It keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It keep going and going and going. Dang. I remember playing this 64 online. Saints Row the Third. Played 1 hour of Animal Crossing. It's probably my sister. Just Dance. The original 1 hour. Less than an hour because that game sucked. Puyo Puyo Tetris, less than an hour. Less than an hour. I feel like I streamed that for 2 hours, so that can't be right. Less than an hour. Just testing that. There's so many games. Let's see. Perfect. Now, these are my stats. I'm probably not going to download and post them here, but if you wanted to see them, these are the stats for my Switch. I am looking forward to Peach's Showtime. I'm not sure that I'll get the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD because I've already played and beat that game, but we'll see. I may or may not get it. I think that's it. Thanks for playing. Yep. Finding out. Let's find out what my PlayStation looks like. Now, my PlayStation, I don't play much of, so I don't suspect I'll have a lot here. It says I played 4 games. Genshin Impact is not mine, guys. That one is my daughter's, so we don't count this one. Let's see the next game. It says Fortnite. How did Fortnite take 1 and 2 spots? So my big hitters were Fortnite. Yeah, PlayStation has been my Fortnite machine. Genshin Impact, that was my daughter. And Strangers of Paradise, that was me beating it. I was gonna start the Nintendo, the Final Fantasy 14 online, and I need to still do that. It says I spent 89% of my time lining up shots and making them count. So I'm a gunslinger. Got played for the month. So yeah, January was my daughter. This was me. I think that's when she stopped playing Genshin. Then February, Fortnite. There was a lot. There's gonna be a lot of Fortnite because I have been finishing up my seasons in Fortnite. There's Strangers Paradise because I finished Final Fantasy 1 and wanted to play the Origins of Final Fantasy 2 October, and then back to Fortnite in November, December. Well, no November, just December. So I'm back on the Fortnite grind. I took a month off, but as you see, the PlayStation is my Fortnite machine. Alright, these are the games that they I am really not into gun shooty games, so I don't understand. It's because of Fortnite, I think. I spent a total of 273 hours playing. 27% of that was on my son's PlayStation 5. Wow. I didn't think I was touching his. And then 72%, well, almost 73% was on the PlayStation 4, which would that make sense? Your favorite DualShock? Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Trophies earned. I feel like some of these might be Genshin and those don't count. I know I did definitely earn a bunch for Strangers of Paradise. Single player game. Lone Wolf. Alright, this is what is coming out next year that they suggest. Oh no, this is for me to download. I'm not gonna be doing that. All right, so that is my year-end review with the PlayStation. The next system I want to talk about is my 3DS, and I definitely tried playing Animal Crossing Wild World. For some reason, I couldn't get into it. I need to go back and play it because it's one of the games I kind of want to finish in the year. I have been playing Final Fantasy Explorers this year. I tried to go back and beat the game. I was super close to beating it the last time. I think it just got hard. I was downloading a lot of stuff in the eShop, gameplay settings. So I think the two games that I really was working on and my 3DS this year were just Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy Explorers. I did play a little bit of the Badge Arcade to get like those free badges to decorate my 3DS now that you can't decorate it anymore. Use the internet for money. I did try to put Final Curtain Call inside. There's somebody saving there that I'm trying to erase. So I'm not doing much of that. And then that's my activity log. Not much going on my 3DS this year. Hopefully I change it for next year. So those are our year in reviews with the YouTube side of things, the Nintendo Switch side of things, and the PlayStation side of things. Let's get into the games I beat this year, because I beat so many games, much more games this year, guys, than I had ever beaten before. Let's go over them with you. And now if you want to see reviews, I'll let you know which one is reviewed. A lot of these are like this one, for example. We have Crisis Core Final Fantasy what is it, Reunion. That's definitely a played and beat game for me, and I definitely reviewed this on the channel. It was my first time trying an action RPG in the Final Fantasy franchise, and I didn't hate it, guys. I didn't hate it. So definitely I enjoyed my time with that one. Definitely the first game I beat because I was working on it at the end of last year. The next game I beat was probably in February. Let me see, I can check my stats. In February. Nope, not even. I thought it would have been February because I usually try to play these Kirby games in February, but I beat this on January 21st. And I've also reviewed this. I played the end as a single player. I had started it with my kids, but they didn't end up liking this game. So I ended up playing it by myself and beating it by myself. Now the next one is going to have a lot of games beat. So I was trying to whittle down this Cowabuna collection, and I beat a lot of games on this. I beat the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time in the arcade version, the new Teenage Mutant Turtles 4 Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo version, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on the Nintendo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the Hyperstone Heist on the Sega Genesis, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Fall of the Foot Clan Game Boy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Back from the Sewers on the Game Boy as well, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Radical Rescue for the Game Boy as well. And of all the ones I beat, Radical Rescue seems to be my favorite. I tried going back and beating the original Nintendo version, and I'm very close to beating it. I don't think I have many more games left. I gotta count and see how many more games are left to beat on this. But I definitely tried to beat one as a multiplayer and then the Nintendo version. So I know for sure I at least have 2 more games on this. But I don't know if I'll go back and beat them. But the Nintendo version, I believe I'm at the end. So I might as well just finish it off. We'll see if I go back to that in 2024. The next game I have for you is Attack on Titan 2, The Final Battle. So I beat Attack on Titan the year before last. But I came back this year and beat the DLC for it. Since I had it digitally, I didn't need to buy this physical, but I wanted to have a complete inbox with physical and with all the DLC inside. So I went and picked up this one. So I possibly can get rid of the first one, but I'm probably gonna keep the cover art for it and just sell the game. So we'll see how I do it, because I don't need that version since I have the full physical version. The next game I beat in February 8th. The next game I beat was Fairy Fencer Advent Dark Force, and I beat this on February 11th. And I wanted to get the second part, so I wanted to play this one, and I kind of had fun with it. I definitely, obviously, I've reviewed it as well. It's more than I expected, but it does have a time loop mechanic that I'm not a fan of, guys. So yeah, I played, reviewed it. If you want to check out more, it's new for me because I never usually play Idea Factory games, so it was a nice new experience. The next game I have for you is River City Girls Zero. I beat this in February on the 16th of February, and I believe this as a co-op experience. It didn't take too long to beat. I definitely say save states are your friends when beating this game because it's an older title and it's meant to be hard. So if you don't use save states, you will find yourself in a bad way very fast. But I definitely enjoyed my time with it as an older school River City Girls game. The next game I beat was Haven, and I beat this on the 23rd of February, also as a co-op experience. So if you want to see the review, this is also reviewed on the channel. This was a nice little indie that I wasn't expecting much from. I didn't know what I was expecting. But I definitely enjoyed my time with it. I say your choices matter in this one. It is a little short for my taste. I was expecting a grand finale that I didn't get, but definitely a good game nonetheless. You should check it out if you like smaller indie titles. The next game I have for you is I finally beat Pokemon Violet. I had beat Scarlet last year, but I had been working on Violet because Violet was my stream game with you guys. So I beat Violet on stream, and I've been playing it still because I still do the raid battles on my server with the Kenji, and definitely enjoy doing the raid battles and having somebody to help me out. And that game was beat on March 17th. The next game I have for you was the Untitled Goose game. They didn't take that long to beat this game, and this one is unfortunately not reviewed on the channel. I beat this April 25th of 2023. I did not review this because it was a super fast experience, and if I review it, it'll probably be like a 5-minute review, so I didn't end up reviewing that. If you want me to review it, let me know. That game is just not reviewed on the channel. The next game I have for you is Vitamin Connection, and this one was beat in April 29th as well. I actually like this one. This is another co-op experience where you and your partner have to be in communication. I don't know how you would play this singly, but it definitely is hard because one person is moving and one person is shooting, and so you need both people to communicate with each other so each person knows where they're going. But I definitely enjoyed my time with Vitamin Connection. The next game I beat was Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I beat this in May of 29th with my sister, and this is the first time she ever beat a Pikmin game, and this is, to my knowledge, the only Pikmin game that is multiplayer, co-op, couch co-op. This is not an online game, or else I would have played it with her online. Couch co-op only, but to my knowledge, this is the only one that you can play co-op, which is really sad because we had so much fun playing this game. The next game I beat was Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate. And when I say the hours I put in this game, I was playing with somebody on my Discord, and we were playing for months. We would be like, every day we played, which was maybe once or twice a week. It'd be like 4 hours, and this game has like 5 different endings, 5 guys, until you get to the like true ending. So much to do, and while they're telling you what to do in battle, if you're not reading, you can easily die. And that's what I didn't like about this, is like, it's not dubbed in English, so I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying, and it's unfortunate that it wasn't dubbed, because then I can keep fighting and hear what the next battle thing to do is. So definitely beat this in June 04 of 2023. The next game I beat was the first time I'm gonna put it in this. This is gonna be here several times, but I'm gonna consider this a beat game. I know a lot of you guys won't. When I defeat a chapter in Fornite, and I do the full battle pass, I consider it complete game because I spend my time leveling up to 100 to complete the battle pass, and sometimes I go past 100 and get the bonus stuff. So I consider that a beat game. So my first battle pass completion was in June 9 as well, and I finished the battle pass for chapter 4 season 2. The next game I beat was Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and Secret Key, and I love the way they kind of ended it. I feel like a little bit of a cliffhanger, to be fair. I feel like she'll be back in another Atelier series, another spin-off series. But definitely liked that they kind of wrapped up what was going on in the worlds, all the stuff that she had to figure out to save and close up the secret doors and stuff like that. Definitely a good game. I definitely enjoy it and would recommend anybody trying to get into Atelier, start with Ryza 1 and work your way up to these games because they are super fun games. The alchemy is a little funny on each one. They're all a little different. And that's my only gripe with the Ryza games is that the alchemy is just ever so slightly different. The next game is a stream game that I beat, and that was the Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy 1. And I beat it on this. You'll see this again for another beat game because I'm working on these Pixel Remasters. And now I'm streaming these. So if you want to see the game, I've added time stamps for the first one. I still need to do it for another one that I beat on this. But definitely enjoyed my time with the original. The boss was super hard. Even at level 99 with all my characters, the boss was stinking hard. So boss fights in these older titles are nothing to mess with, guys. So that's another beat game, and I beat that one again in July 7th, 2023. The next beat game I have for you is River City Girls 2. I beat this as an online experience. You can play this couch co-op, but online, this was, at the time, I think they've changed it. It used to be only 2 people. I believe you can now do up to 4. But at the time when I beat it, you can only do 2. So this is another beat game. I enjoy these River City Girls games, and I'm waiting for River City Girls 3. I love these games. The music is great. The battle mechanics is great. I super enjoy these River City Girls, and it's super fun playing with friends, which is what I usually do. I don't play these River City Girls games by myself, so super fun playing those games with somebody. The next game I have for you is another beat game, and that one is number 24. It's Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I started playing this with my son, and I wanted to beat this before Tears of the Kingdom came out. And no dice if you see the day that I beat this. I beat this on July 20, 2023. And it took us a little bit to get to this review. Which is why I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom, because I didn't want to mix up the stories in my head. But definitely reviewed this with my son. And he really enjoys the Breath of the Wild franchise. So he definitely got a kick out of this game. And definitely enjoyed his time with the warrior style game. The next game is the only game I 100%ed this time around, which was Pikmin 4. I did all the Dandori battles. I did everything there was to do in this game. All the worlds are ahead 100% because I loved this game so very much. I wish this was a co-op experience, like somebody could have been carrying Orochi around while the other person was your specific game character. There was no reason why this game couldn't be multiplayer, but it wasn't, and unfortunate because Pikmin 3 Deluxe had great multiplayer. And even if it would have been just the Dandori battles against other players, but I tried streaming it thinking you could, but you could not. So I ended up having to do all the Dandori battles on that stream. So super fun game. I wish it had multiplayer. It's the only thing I will say. The next beat game was game number 26, which is Atelier Marie Remake. This is the first game, and I thought this would be the first time that I had an Atelier game that was timed that I played, and I thought that the timing mechanics were going to be too hard for me, but I ended up beating the game with plenty of time, but I didn't know that. So I played this on casual. You can replay it and get all the other, open all the stories, but I didn't find it necessary for me to 100% this game. The story was good enough where I didn't feel the need to come back. Good for the first Atelier game, but definitely lacking in content. Obviously it's a remake of the first game, so I'm sure that that's how the first one was. So I look forward to seeing all the iterations of the other ones either remade or remastered to the Switch. The next big game I have for you is Fortnite chapter for season 3, the battle pass I completed for season 3, and I've definitely streamed some of these games when I'm playing the battle pass. So look out for those random Fortnite streams, but definitely play them, enjoy them, have a blast playing with you guys on this stream. The next beat game is beat game number 28, which was Super Mario Golf Rush. I have yet to review this because I kind of want to do this as a multiplayer review. We'll see if I get this done. See if I can ask Mars if he wants to do it with me, since we do play the co-op part together. We just don't do the storyline is definitely a single player campaign. So we'll see how I end up doing the review for this one. I just gotta ask him and see if he's interested. That one was beat in August 29th. The next game I have for you is Starlink Battle for Atlas, and this is also another paid and beat game. This was game number 29. I beat this in September 17th. This is only couch co-op, and so this was also a multiplayer review. I quite enjoyed my time with it. It was more in depth than I thought. Everybody gave this game crap, I think, but I definitely had so much fun with this game, to the point that even when the player I was playing with had to leave, I was still playing some modes that they didn't want to try. It's harder with one person after playing with 2 people. I will say that I did have a hard time. The next game is a game that I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to wonder how I beat, and that's game number 30, Just Dance 2021. I will say I had been working all year on 5 mega starring these games, and so I beat all the boards -3 at Megastar, and I just couldn't do the expert ones on Megastar. I did do them at like 4 stars, and I thought that was good enough. So this game is a done and complete game. I probably will not be going back to it, but I think I will be going back in time and trying to beat all the other Just Dance games to catch up. I probably won't be getting the new ones because they're all digital now. So I'm just going to go back and play all these Just Dance games that I have been playing and missing out on, and start them from scratch, I think. And that one was beat September 20th. The next game I have for you is the only PlayStation game I beat, and that was Final Fantasy, this is Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. So this is supposed to take place before Final Fantasy 1. And I thought after reading it that I should have played it before Final Fantasy 1, but I am super glad that I waited and beat it after 1, because then I knew the story. I feel like when I was streaming it, people were like, who's this person? Who's that person? And if you played 1, then you know who these people are. So definitely would highly recommend you play this after beating 1. Is my high recommendation. And the reason that I have not reviewed this one is I might go back and play it a second time as a multiplayer game. So I've already beat it as a single player campaign, and I might go back and beat it as a multiplayer campaign and see how hard it is to beat that game. The next game I beat, this was in October 14th, and this is game number 32, was Fae Farm. Super addicted to it. If you saw my stats from earlier, super addicted to it. It has DLC that's now come out, so I'll probably be playing it some more when next year, once I've gotten better and everything's back to normal with me. But definitely Fae Farm is another game. I'm probably gonna finish the new DLC that's coming out. I don't know how many more DLCs will come out, but for the Switch, the DLC is free download, so I don't know if they'll reprint the Fae Farm with added DLC on it. We shall see. The next game I have for you is the only visual novel I beat, and that was Deathmark. I'm super excited that I beat this. I thought it was just solely a visual novel, and then I come to find out that it's also clues, looking for clues and looking for mysteries. It's also a bit scary and definitely a bit of a niche like visual novel, and this is just the first part in the Spirit Hunter trilogy. I bought the second one after playing this one, so I'm gonna play the second one, and the third game comes out soonish. So I'm gonna try to do a more in-depth, like I recorded like 45 minutes of me talking about each chapter, so it'll probably be like a book review. I've already done a regular review, but I'll probably do a book review of this to catch people up right before the new one comes out. And I'm also gonna be playing the second one, the SN or NG Spirit Hunter, because I am looking forward to Deathmark 2. The next game I have for you is another multiplayer beat game, and that one is Dying Light. And I played this one as a multiplayer experience online. This is a lot of hardcore parkour, and if you cannot hardcore parkour like I can't, you will have a tough time playing this game, which I did. So unfortunately, I did not rate, I don't believe I rated this very well. I did rate it somewhat okay, I think, but it was super hard, and I wish we had like 4 people to play it with, because I feel like that would have been a way better experience having 4 people, but we only had 2 at the time, and it was super hard. I definitely did a review, and I also did a stream of that game as well, so if you're interested in watching it, it's on the channel. And I beat that one October 29th. The next game I have for you is Yoshi's Crafted World. I ended up liking this way better than I thought. The first time I put it down, because I didn't realize my game was glitched, so I had to start a new profile because I didn't want to erase my first save. And apparently it's a good thing I did, because the game was glitched so bad that something that I was supposed to appear wasn't appearing on my mainline game. So, but I definitely beat this as a multiplayer review. This is a couch co-op only experience, but I definitely enjoyed my time with it. It's definitely harder than it looks. How's that? To beat the game, but I definitely had fun with it while I was playing. This one was also reviewed, so check out the channel if you are interested. The next game I have for you is Diablo 3. This one is also a played and beat game. This makes number 36 for the year. I beat this one in November 15th. Super fun game. I beat this one with Mars and 2 other people on my Discord server. I loved my time with it, but I wish I would have heard more of the story. I was kind of excited to play Diablo 4, and then people were like, no, this is the better Diablo, and I was like, dang, I kind of wanted to play this one, play 4. So we'll see if I get 4, but right now, definitely a played and beat game and reviewed on the channel. The next game I have for you is, and that one was beat November 15th. This one was beat 12, so December 10th. And this was Hogwarts Legends, and oh my god, did I fall in love with this game. I could not put it down, to the point where I beat it like within weeks of playing it. I think it came out on November 20 something or November 10 or something like that, very, very early, and it's already beat in December. So my daughter is now playing this copy of mine, and I think she's enjoying it, but I definitely loved my time with it. This should have been in the Game of the Year awards. It was definitely in my Game of the Year awards, so check out what ranking it got, but definitely sorely missed that some people didn't get to experience that game. And the last beat game I have, I don't know if I'll beat another one before this video comes, after this video comes out, but the last game I have beat by the time of the video is another Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, and that's Final Fantasy 2 Pixel Remaster. And so, yep, that is game number 38 for me. And so I'm having fun with beating these games. I of course am streaming this with you guys as a stream game beat game. So if you want to follow along with my road, the boss on number 2 was super hard. I was supposed to have a sword that I did not have, and I had to beat it the roundabout way, and I'm surprised it worked, but happy to have that game done. And now pretty soon we are gonna move on to Final Fantasy 3. I'm trying to get the strategy guide for it, but until then I'll probably just play around with it until I get lost. We shall see, but so far 2 out of the 6 games on there are B. So those were all my beat games this year. Those were all my year in reviews. What did you guys do for this year? Did you beat this many games? Did you work on anything? What were you working on this year? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy gaming. Bye.